we are going to talk about BJP's expansion plan in Mizoram. Now, the surprising part is when we talk about Mizoram, when we talk about Nagaland, when we talk about Meghalaya, it's roughly 86 to 95% Christian. Bharatiya Janata Party's politics evolved in a different way from Hindi heartland. But now it has become the dominant party in Northeast. BJP has a government in Arunachal Pradesh. BJP has a government in Assam. BJP is an alliance in Nagaland. BJP has its chief minister in Tripura and Manipur. So BJP is the hegemony that has replaced the Congress party. But there are areas in which Bharatiya Janata Party needs to expand. And the one state where BJP has not made the inroad is in Mizoram. So the question is, what is making BJP so confident in Mizoram? So the Christianity is not an issue. We have seen Prime Minister going to Kerala. That's not an issue. BJP formed years ago the government in Goa, where Christians have a substantial say. BJP is an alliance with a party in Nagaland. So the now issue is, what happens in a state like Meghalaya and Mizoram? Today, we will say what will happen in Meghalaya. So after Nagaland and Meghalaya, as I just said, BJP is stepping up its efforts to expand in Mizoram. Mizoram today, as we speak, is roughly 90% Christian, and village councils play an important role there. BJP recently swept the village council polls under Mara Autonomous District Council. What makes the BJP plan special is that despite being a Christian state, BJP has done well here. Now let me take you through the composition of the assembly. It's a 40-member assembly. Elections were held in 2018. Zoram Thanga is the chief minister. Mizo National Front. Now Mizo National Front is a historic party. And Mizoram also underwent a tumultuous past where Indian Air Force was involved. And after then, there was a Lal Denga Accord which took place. And Mizoram is now normal. And it's a pretty good state to visit. I stayed there for 30 days, years ago. Now, ZPM has got 8, Indian National Congress has got 5 seats, BJP has got 1 seat. The party which has got 1 seat out of 40 feels confident to do something in Mizoram. But then, you always have a start. Now, BJP has swept the elections in the VZ, as I said, which is equivalent to the Gram Panchayats in state outside the Autonomous District Council areas. Under MADC in Mizoram by winning 41 of the 99 village council, while ruling Mizo National Front secured a majority in 25 VCs. Congress and the Zoram People's Movement ZPM got majority in 8 and 2 VCs respectively. Then there were 2 independent candidates. The reason why I am telling you is just to give you a sense of spread. Now, for all round socio-economic development of different tribal communities, Mizoram has 3 tribal autonomous body. LADC, which is Lai Autonomous District Council, Chakma Autonomous District Council and Mara District Autonomous Council. Now, Chakmas are also refugees, that's a different thing. Political pundits feel that BJP is now completely focused on the elections which are going to be held in Mizoram in this November, December this year. Now, the report says that the BJP's electoral prospects have brightened after the resignation of Mizoram Social Welfare and Tribal Affairs Minister K. Baichua in December last year. Which means that, as Brijesh was saying, दूसरी पार्टी के टैलेंट आ रहे हैं. And I must give this credit to BJP. In Congress टैलेंट को घुसाना मुश्किल हो जाता है. यहाँ टैलेंट आ सकता है जल्दी जल्दी. अब it happens because BJP is very flexible in Northeast. I saw it myself. Mr. Bhaumik, are you there with me?
Yes, I'm there.
हाँ?
Tell me.
So, Mr. Bhaumik, जो हलचल हो रहा है ये मिजोरम में कितना बड़ा है?
Now let me bring 3 factors here quickly. Number 1, these 3 autonomous councils that you have are non-Mizos. Lais, Maras, they are, sort of ethnic cousins of the Mizos, but very different. And the Chakmas are Buddhists. and they are not Christians, and they are basically from Chittagong Hill Tracts. But they have been in this borderland of Mizo Hills and Chittagong Hill Tracts for a long, long time. Now, these three ethnic groups are non-Mizos, and they have always tried to have their own autonomous structures so that they're not dominated by the Mizos, who are the majority in Mizoram. The majority in Mizo Hills, when it was part of the Mizo Hill District Council of Assam, and then after Mizoram became a full-fledged state, these councils have been there. There was a time when Lal Denga, when he became chief minister in 1987, he was determined to abolish the Chakma District Council because he thought, the Chakmas are not Mizos, they are Buddhists, they are different, and they are not, locals, they are Bangladeshis, being big basically because most of the Chakmas are from Chittagong Hill Tracts. And Rajiv Gandhi, I clearly remember, the day Mizoram became a state in February 1987, told Lal Denga in an open sort of rally that much as Mizos, who are very small, expect justice from India, they should be prepared to give the same kind of justice to these very small, minuscule minorities like the Chakmas, the Lais, the Laras, and Maras. So that's the reality in Mizoram. As you know, when the MNF has been in power, there has been a demand for a separate union territory in south and western Mizoram comprising of these three district councils because the Lais, the Maras, and the Chakmas have been alleging Mizo high-handedness, Mizo domination, Mizo chauvinism, whatever they call it. And therefore, like in many other northeastern states where there are statehood movements, the tribals in Tripura want greater Tripura land, Maharaj is leading it, Dimasa land, Karbi land, Bodo land in Assam. This is a fact of northeastern politics, and therefore, though, as you said, ethnic states don't really have a future, but they were the past in Northeast. India created ethnic states and created more aspirations because somebody thought, well, if the Mizos get a state to themselves, we Bodos are more populous than them, humko bhi state milna chahiye. Here in Mizoram, the dynamic says Mizo versus non-Mizo, Mizo versus the smaller nationalities who have demanded union territory at some point of time. Here, therefore, the BJP decided that if they find it difficult, and which they will, to enter the Mizo heartland, because it's Christian and it's very strongly ethnic Mizo, they fought a 20-year insurgency. And Lal Denga and Zoram Thanga led that insurgency, and I know these people very well. Zoram Thanga, I can say, is a personal friend of mine. But the fact here is that the BJP very cleverly got into Chakma areas, Lai areas, and Mara areas, because these people think that if they vote for BJP, then there is a chance, if not a separate union territory, which should come from Delhi, at least they will get better justice, they can balance off Mizo domination, they can get greater autonomy, they can get greater funding for their areas, and therefore, I am not at all surprised that the BJP has done so well in the Mara District Council. They will do well in the Lai and also definitely in the Chakma District Council. Don't you forget that the single legislator that BJP has in Mizoram is a Chakma gentleman elected from Tuyang. So the Chakmas are Buddhists, and naturally, they would prefer to vote for BJP, not just because of Mizoram, but because they depend on BJP, for other kinds of protection, both in Arunachal Pradesh and in Tripura, where they have large numbers. So Chakmas, definitely they will vote for BJP. Maras and Lais, well, they will vote for BJP because they think BJP at the center is their protective mechanism against outright Mizo domination, which sometimes the Mizo National Front symbolizes, if not actually practiced.
BJP contested 39 seats, secured 8.09% of votes against ruling MNF. This is about 2018 assembly, and MNF got 37.70% of votes. Congress, which got 29.98% of the votes, secured 4 seats. मतलब कांग्रेस ज़्यादा पाके भी कम नंबर हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है?
कार्तिकेय, stats are the reality of the day. They are not reality of the next day. They are reality of the day only. 2014. If you look at the stats of BJP in Uttar Pradesh, BJP won only 10 seats. 2009, BJP won only 10 seats in 2009. They won 10 seats, and when they approached 2014, if you are analyzing election 2014, you would be using these stats saying the BJP won only 10 seats. In 25 plus seats, they were number 3 party. But what was the result in 2014? BJP went on to win 73 Lok Sabha seats out of 80. So stats are just a reality of the day, not a day more. So all these numbers and all these things are just to give you an indication of what happened 5 years back. But you know, a lot of water has flown through in the last 4.5 years. BJP is a party which was non-existent in if I may say so, all the seven sisters state of Northeast, is now a dominant, a hegemonic party, whether it is, you know, either they're forming government of their own as in Tripura and Manipur, or they are in the merger and acquisition scenario where, you know, they may Meghalaya, they may accuse the government of being corrupt and everything, but they will not lose a second's time to form a government second the opportunity emerges. That is what politics is, and I think these stats stands true for 18. But in 2023, they would also want to get maximum number of people into the party and try to make the growth more organic and more speedily.